We all have heard about off business.
Simply what we are is that we are a platform to uplift the SMEs. There are three main line of businesses. One is raw material, second is financing, and the third line of business that we've gotten into recently is manufacturing.
तो सर जब इनिशियली स्टार्ट किया था तो शुरू से ये आइडिया था कि ये तीनों में ही हमें घुसना है कि यू स्टार्टेड पिवटिंग व्हाट्स द स्टोरी बिहाइंड
एक प्लेटफॉर्म बनाएंगे, वहाँ पे स्टील, एल्यूमिनियम सब कुछ डालेंगे, लोग आके खरीद लेंगे. That was the initial idea and that's nowhere close to what we are right now.
आपकी 0 to 1 जर्नी कैसी थी इनको समझाना कि यार दिस इज बेनिफिशियल फॉर यू, यू शुड कम ऑन बोर्ड.
जो धंधे में टेक चाहिए होता है ना, वो मेनली आपको चाहिए होता है व्हाट्सएप वाला टेक.
अभी आपका रोल कैसा है सो दैट
I think all of us were involved very deeply into the day-to-day execution. We still are.
क्योंकि कई फाउंडर्स कह रहते हैं कि यार अब मेरे को जूम आउट करना है, बिग पिक्चर थिंकिंग देखनी है, एग्जीक्यूशन के लिए टीम बैठा दिया.
But ultimately you have to sit on the shop floor as they call it, right?
ऑल्सो कि इंडिया के बाहर भी इस बिजनेस को एक्सपैंड कर सकते हैं.
We want to be completely focused from sourcing from India and selling to outside.
Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of Growthcast podcast. Today I have with me Mr. Nitin Jain, who is co-founder of Off Business, which is one of the leading startups in India. Today we are going to discuss with him about B2B businesses, कैसे उसे build किया जाता है. He'll also share his nuggets of wisdom on what people working in their jobs can do to excel. At the same time, अगर आपको अपना startup करना है तो कौन से frameworks है जो आप deploy कर सकते हो. Stay till the end and do subscribe to the channel for more such content. Hi Nitin sir, welcome to Growthcast podcast and thank you so much for taking out time.
Thank you, Shashank, for having me on your podcast. Really excited.
Yeah, sir, first of all, we all have heard about off business, but would you like to simplify ki what is the startup that you are working on and what are some of the line of businesses that you have?
Yeah, so we've been on operation for over 9 years now. So I guess we crossed the initial phase of being called a startup. Now we're slightly bigger, but we still would like to believe that we are a startup because we innovate quite fast. So simply what we are is that we are a platform to uplift the SMEs into the next orbit of growth. So what we provide to them is raw materials that they need for their daily functioning at very, very cheap prices. So depending compared to the other distributors that they're in the market, the retailers that are there. And we also finance those particular raw materials for them. So we're solving two major pain points.
Got it. And what are different line of businesses? One is financing and one is helping these SMEs out, right?
Yeah, so there are three main line of businesses. One is raw material discovery and procurement for the SMEs. Second is financing. And the third line of business that we've gotten into recently is manufacturing, where we backward integrate into helping our clients, with quality products, etc. Via manufacturing.
Got it. So सर जब इनिशियली स्टार्ट किया था तो शुरू से ये आइडिया था कि ये तीनों में ही हमें घुसना है कि यू स्टार्टेड पिवटिंग व्हाट्स द स्टोरी बिहाइंड.
या इनिशियली जब स्टार्ट किया था ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं था. हमने ऐसा कहा था कि यार हम एक प्लेटफॉर्म बनाएंगे, वहाँ पे स्टील, एल्यूमिनियम सब कुछ डालेंगे, लोग आके खरीद लेंगे. That was the initial idea and that's nowhere close to what we are right now, right? So the idea of a startup is that you start something but you keep pivoting every minute and every second. So that's essentially what a startup is.
Got it. And sir, you talked about solving for SMEs. So audience के knowledge के लिए would you like to double down कि SME होते क्या हैं? What are some of the challenges that they face? And अगर एक ideal persona हम बात करें तो how they look like?
देखो MSME का जो definition है according to the government is essentially anyone with a turnover of close to less than 200 crores, right? So you start with nearly zero, it can be 10 lakhs, can be 20 lakhs. There are close to about 60 million MSMEs in India. We don't work with MSMEs, we work with SMEs. Now हमारे लिए definition SMEs की ये है कि 5 करोड़ turnover के ऊपर और 200 करोड़ turnover के नीचे, that's a sweet spot. Okay. So we work with those SMEs. Now ये SMEs होते क्या हैं? These SMEs are usually for us anyone who's procuring raw materials, adding a little bit of value and selling it to someone. तो उन्होंने स्टील लिया मान लीजिए, उन्होंने टेबल बनाया, उसका ऑपरेशन टेबल बनाया, नॉर्मल टेबल बनाया और फैब्रिकेट करके आगे बेच दिया किसी को भी. अपोलो को बेच दिया, फोर्टिस को बेच दिया या फिर किसी बड़ी कंपनी को बेच दिया जो कि टेबल्स आगे सेल करता है, स्टील टेबल्स आगे सेल करता है. तो दैट इज एसेंशियली दोज आर द एसएमईज दैट वी आर वर्किंग फॉर एंड वर्किंग विद.
गॉट इट. एंड सर ये जो है बेसिकली इनकी खुद की ब्रांड्स भी होती हैं या दे आर जस्ट वाइट लेबल की ये बना के देते हैं फिर वो ब्रांड्स इसको आगे.
सो यूजुअली खुद की ब्रांड्स नहीं होती हैं. सो दे आर मेनली मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फॉर अदर्स हु हैव अ ब्रांड. So we work with a lot of people who manufacture for Honda, for Maruti, for Hero, etc., right? So ये लोग ऑटोमोबाइल कंपोनेंट्स बनाते हैं, चेसी बनाएंगे या फिर engine के parts बनाएंगे या फिर wipers बनाएंगे और आगे बेच देंगे. So they don't have a brand, but they work for large anchors who essentially distribute. So these are all upstream entities. That means they manufacture they with the raw materials that they procure and they sell it to an anchor brand.
Got it. And I think off business then also helps them in building their brand identity as well क्योंकि platform पे they are listed.
So in a way, yes, and in a way, no. So we help them gain access to contracts that they can pick up.
Got it.
Right? So instead of them having a brand identity, we help them gain contracts in the sense that we will tell them that this is very beneficial for you. Why don't you go and pick up this particular government tender?
Got it.
So we will help them with that. So that's why they can essentially grow the business along with us.
सर आपने जो सेगमेंट की बात की आई थिंक वो इतने टेक सेवी रह नहीं होंगे तो आपकी 0 to 1 जर्नी कैसी थी इनको समझाना कि यार दिस इज बेनिफिशियल फॉर यू शुड कम ऑन बोर्ड.
देखो जो धंधे में टेक चाहिए होता है ना वो मेनली आपको चाहिए होता है व्हाट्सएप वाला टेक. बाकी तो सब ERP वगैरह बैकएंड में चल रहा होता है. So most of these guys were tech savvy in the sense that they knew how to use WhatsApp. They were communicating on WhatsApp on a daily basis. So we just leveraged that particular platform. So what we did was that we used to send out daily prices to these guys using WhatsApp in an automated way. We used to send them information about the market. So we got them a little tech savvy using that. Any orders that were going to be confirmed were going to be confirmed using WhatsApp. So they had to press approve, they had to press deny, for any orders that they gave to us. So that's how we made them a little bit of tech, we made them tech savvy, or we didn't actually need to make them tech savvy. We just made our business very tech efficient using these mechanisms that they were already used to.
आई थिंक दैट्स वेरी वैलिड पॉइंट सर बिकॉज मैं अभी जितनी भी सर्कल में बात करता हूँ पीपल बहुत एनालिसिस पैरालिसिस करते हैं ऐप बनाएंगे ये करेंगे फिर लॉन्च करेंगे तो आपका
हमने टेक सेकंड रखा. पहले धंधे पे फोकस किया क्या यूनिट इकोनॉमिक्स परफेक्ट होनी चाहिए, ओवरऑल प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी परफेक्ट होनी चाहिए, कोई एडजस्टेड EBITDA नहीं, कोई नॉर्मल EBITDA नहीं. हमें सिर्फ बॉटम लाइन पे फोकस करना था जो PAT होता है प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स. तो हमें ये EBITDA वगैरह CM1 CM2 वगैरह इस पर हमने कभी फोकस ही नहीं किया. हमें तो आधा टाइम डेफिनेशन नहीं पता थी CM1 CM2 की होती क्या है. हमें तो सिर्फ एक डेफिनेशन पता थी, वो थी प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स.
मनी इन मनी आउट ये
हाँ मतलब दैट्स इट. सो दैट्स ऑल वी केयर अबाउट एंड दैट्स ऑल वी will care about at the end of the day, right? So for us building a business was as simple. So then once we got the fundamentals right, then we started introducing a lot of tech. How can we introduce efficiency? How can we get clients in without us pushing? How can we make it into a pull product?
Right. सर दैट इज़ रियली इंटरेस्टिंग जो आपने बात की कि पुश की जगह पुल प्रोडक्ट बनाए बिकॉज अभी अगर आप आसपास देखोगे तो ये रहता है कि ब्लिट्स स्केल अचीव कर लो फिर प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी तो बाद में आ जाएगी एक बार आपके मास क्रिटिकल मास असेंबल हो जाएगा. तो हाउ यू डिसाइडेड कि यार हमें जो है पुश से स्ट्रैटेजी से हटना है हमें पुल स्ट्रैटेजी पे ही फोकस करना.
तो इनिशियली जब हमने स्टार्ट किया था सिर्फ रॉ मटेरियल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन पे फोकस किया था, फाइनेंसिंग पे फोकस किया नहीं था. तो उसमें काफ़ी पुश होता था. मैं जाके या मेरी टीम जाके क्लाइंट्स के पास बैठती थी, SMEs के पास बैठती थी, उनसे जाके बोलती थी प्लीज़ ऑर्डर दे दो, प्लीज़ ऑर्डर दे दो. तो ये सब चल रहा था. मतलब इफेक्टिवली वी वर बेगिंग फॉर ऑर्डर्स, राइट? Because we had no moat or no standing in the orders. All we were fighting was on couple of basis points of price drop.
Right.
तो हमने ये सोचा कि यार वो हमारे पास ऑटोमेटिकली कैसे आएंगे. द ऑटोमेटिक वे ऑफ गेटिंग देम वॉज गेटिंग देम हुक्ड विया क्रेडिट. So I think that's what we thought, and it took us about 6 to 8 months, nice 6 to 8 months into the journey to figure out what is going to be the hook. And we figured out this is a bigger pain point for them. So we tried to solve using our NBFC that we set up. We tried to solve credit using the NBFC. So that's what we did.
And sir, how your role has evolved initially? आप कितना ज़्यादा रहते थे involved day to day execution में, अभी आपका role कैसा है? So that
I think all of us were involved very deeply into the day to day execution. We still are.
Got it.
Right? We have a team although, and we need to look at the strategic angle as well, but we're still involved in the day to day, right? So because that helps us keep a tab of what's happening in the ground and helps us identify issues before they blow up.
Yes. I recently saw Dipinder Goyal from Zomato going for delivering food items so that he can identify कि कहाँ process efficiencies आ सकती हैं. So क्योंकि कई founders का रहता है कि यार अब मेरे को zoom out करना है, big picture thinking देखनी है, execution के लिए team बैठा दी है. I think that is not the philosophy that you are.
No, absolutely not. I mean, big picture thinking we can continue to do. That's absolutely fine. We can zoom out, but that's mainly for the board meeting, or you can have it once a month or once in 2 months. but ultimately you have to sit on the shop floor, as they call it, right? Quote unquote. For us, the shop floor is the manufacturing floor right now, sitting in the client offices, understanding what issues they are facing, because ultimately those issues are going to be translated into us solving those issues for them.
Right.
So it's very important to sit with the customers or sit in your manufacturing units to figure out the nitty-gritties and learn and relearn.
राइट सर, कस्टमर की आपने बात की, आई लाइक टू डबल डाउन ऑन वन थिंग कि आपको ये लगता है कि इनिशियली इफ़ यू आर बर्निंग एंड देन आपने एक प्रोजेक्शन कर रखा है 5-6 ईयर डाउन द लाइन वील मेक मनी, या डे वन से ही आपको ये देखना चाहिए कि बिजनेस इज मेंट टू बी प्रॉफिटेबल, बिकॉज दे आर बोथ काइंड ऑफ स्टार्टअप्स ऑपरेटिंग राइट नाउ?
देखो, डिफरेंट फिलॉसफीज हैं, बोथ काइंड्स ऑफ स्टार्टअप्स हैव मेड मनी.
राइट.
So very difficult to say what works, what doesn't work. So I think what you have to be very clear on, how will you get to the path of profitability. If you don't have that clear in your mind, then it's very difficult.
Right.
Because then initially you'll just be burning money, and you will be just hoping for that inflection point where you'll be able to monetize and grow your profits, right? I think you have to be very clear of how you're going to be making money, because companies are set up to make money, right? Solve a problem and make money. If you're not making money, then what's the point of having a company? Right? Then you're doing it for passion, or you have a lot of cash sitting around that you just want to, deploy somehow.
Right.
For us, what we did not understand was the burn. So that's why we made it profitable from day one. Although we sacrifice a little bit of growth, right? So right now we are at 20,000 odd crores of turnover. We could have been easily 30-35,000 had we been okay with burning money.
Right.
But we were not.
Right.
There are other companies who were okay with burning money, but now they're profitable. But they had to go through that phase of 8-9 years of burning money, being loss making. For us, our initial year was the only year where we made a loss of around 9 crores. Rest all the years we were profitable.
राइट. आई थिंक हाँ सर, इफ़ यू आर बर्निंग मनी तो आप बहुत डिपेंडेंट है वीसी के ऊपर भी. एवरी टाइम यू नीड टू आइदर रेज अ फंड या यू नीड टू कंटिन्यू फ्यूलिंग दैट ग्रोथ. दैट ऑल्सो बिकम्स डिफिकल्ट अगर आप उस फेज में हो तो.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You have to be in a constant fundraising exercise. You have to constantly raise funds. But yeah, for us, the philosophy is slightly different. For us, the philosophy is to be self-sustaining and raise funds only for expansion when needed. So you don't have to continuously chase the VCs to sustain your growth.
Got it. Sir, and what is your acquisition strategy? अभी ये लोग कैसे on board होते हैं? Because you told कि generally आप push पे believe नहीं करते.
हमारा बड़ा सिंपल फिलॉसफी है कि कस्टमर इनसाइट्स लेके आओ, कस्टमर्स के साथ बैठो, वो देखो कर क्या रहे हैं. तो हमने ये नोटिस किया कि दे हैव अ सेपरेट टीम टू आइडेंटिफाई वेयर दे वुड बी बिडिंग फॉर टेंडर्स. तो सिंपल है, मतलब उन्होंने टीम 10 लोगों की बिठा रखी है जो कि सिर्फ ये देखते हैं कि टेंडर कहाँ पे बिड करना है, कौन सा टेंडर बिड करना है, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. So we said, can we automate all of this for them? Can we, because then they'll be hooked onto our platform and we'll be generating leads, right? So what we did was we scraped all of government tenders across India, put it into one platform, made it easy for the client or the SME to identify which projects they want to go after.
Right.
We used a lot of AI, machine learning into it. Once they were clear which project they were going after and they were bidding, we knew that, what's the probability of them winning the tender, because we had the financials and so on and so forth. And then we went and approached them with either financing or raw material supply, etc. So they became our leads.
Right.
So we set up this mechanism where we figured out what the customers are doing and automated it in a certain way.
Right. Got it. सर, मैं आपको एक पॉडकास्ट में देख रहा था वेयर यू टॉक्ड अबाउट विटामिन थ्योरी कि अब आपके पास इतने ढेर सारे SMEs हैं, सो कभी ये नहीं होता कि मे बी गो हैड एंड ऑफर देम अदर प्रोडक्ट्स एज वेल. दीज कैन बी इंश्योरेंस, दीज कैन बी म्यूचुअल फंड्स, क्योंकि बेस तो अब अच्छा काफ़ी क्रिटिकल बन गया है.
सो देखो, ये सब चीज़ें ना तब ऑफर होती हैं जब यू alleviated the pain completely.
Got it.
I don't think we have.
That is where vitamin and pain killers.
Yeah. So हमने अभी तक पेन ना ख़त्म नहीं किया है, तो पेन ख़त्म भी नहीं होगा. तो ये विटामिन ऑफर करना for us will be a huge distraction. Right now what we have to solve for is quality products going to our clients, to the SMEs, making sure that we become the barometer of manufacturing activity in India. That's going to be our aim, and that's a huge pain point to solve. For us, there are a lot of vitamins that we can offer. What are those vitamins? We can offer insurance services to the SMEs.
Right.
We can help them with their labor problem. Right, we can identify labor and then solve the labor problem for them. We can probably give them spare parts, or they travel a lot, so we can offer them discounted tickets by tying up with a travel aggregator. But all these are vitamins. It's not going to make a difference into their lives. It's not going to improve the bottom line heavily,
Right.
right? It's probably going to make a tiny dent into the bottom line. But the problems that we are trying to solve is that the product quality, making sure the the process efficiencies are there for them, making sure that they are able to win tenders and they're not sitting with idle capacity. Those are the things that we want to solve.
And
That's important.
I think that these are the problems of any growing economy जहाँ पे भी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग पे फोकस करना चाहते हैं, तो आर योर प्लान्स ऑल्सो कि इंडिया के बाहर भी इस बिजनेस को एक्सपैंड कर सकते हैं?
We want to be completely focused from sourcing from India and selling to outside.
Okay.
So we're not going to be manufacturing outside India. So right now we don't have plans to do that. I won't say we will never do it, but right now we want to be making in India, selling to the world. That's what is going to be our philosophy going forward. Obviously, make in India, sell in India, and make in India and sell to the world is also a part of our plan that we are executing towards.
I think you were part of government panel as well that went to different countries very recently to talk about all of these things.
Yeah. So we keep doing these initiatives because I think associating yourself closely with the government, so you get to understand what are the challenges that the India ecosystem is facing as a whole, right? So for example, I'll give you a small anecdote, right? So our manufacturing capability in 10 years has only moved from 1.7% of global manufacturing to 3.1%. So we've hardly moved the barometer.
Okay.
So for the aim would be to make sure that the process systems are so robust in India that people are moving away their manufacturing from Vietnam, Indonesia, China to India, and that is only going to happen once we make it so super efficient and so cost reducing the cost for the global world.
Got it. Sir, how do you look at China then? कि people talk about China +1 strategy, तो हम कहाँ पे उनसे लैग करते हैं या कहाँ पे स्कोप ऑफ ग्रोथ?
तो हम बहुत पीछे हैं, बहुत ही ज़्यादा पीछे हैं. They think scale.
Okay.
They think processes, systems, automations. They are far ahead, right? I think we are lacking behind heavily. It's just that the geopolitical.
Is intent missing, sir, या other things are missing here?
काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें कंबाइन होके सॉल्व करनी पड़ेंगी. The bureaucracy in India is pretty. It's not very straightforward. You have to navigate through various bureaucratic challenges. You have to navigate through various business challenges. Here your buyer, if he doesn't pay you, you don't have too much of legal recourse, right? So you'd go legal, but then after 2 years or 3 years, you may get a judgment. Right? So I think China, in that way of form, has figured this out, and the government is very ruthless with respect to this, and they're very efficient. So India has a long way to go.
आई थिंक प्लस जो उन्होंने हब्स बना रखे हैं डिफरेंट, वो भी काफ़ी ग्रोथ प्रोपेल करते हैं. यहाँ पे थोड़ा फ्रैगमेंटेड है इफ यू टॉक अबाउट इंडिया.
Yeah, you're right in that particular aspect.
एंड सर, टॉकिंग अबाउट नॉर्थ इंडिया एंड साउथ इंडिया, आप दोनों तरफ एसएमईज के साथ काम करते हैं. हाउ इज द डिफरेंस और एवरीथिंग सेम in terms of doing
No,
business?
fundamentally everything is the same. Yeah, fundamentally there is no difference as such. Except for the fact that there'll be pockets in the south which will focus on textile. There'll be pockets which will focus on automobiles or heavy engineering. In North India, it's the same thing. So it all depends on where your raw materials are coming from. You need to be closer to the raw material source, and then if you're exporting, you need to be closer towards the west or the east side of the country. So it's very people figure out. That's pretty efficient in my opinion.
Got it. And so you talked about backward integration as well, कि आप plants को manufacturing plants अभी own कर रहे हैं. So what's the framework behind that? आप कैसे choose करते हो और फिर how do you go about it?
So framework is very simple, that it should fit into our overall strategy.
Okay.
And it should benefit our clients, that we are currently catering to. So if you're able to deliver quality, or if you're able to deliver in-time delivery, and just improve the efficiency for the clients, so then we get into that particular category.
Got it.
If there's a strategic way, so we can we go and acquire a plant if we want to acquire those particular clients and cross-sell our existing products to them. So that becomes acquisition strategy for us.
Got it. And sir, how big is the market size that you anticipate for this business?
Our business?
Yeah.
I mean the TAM is in hundreds of billions. So we've never done a TAM analysis, but in theory the TAM is much more than $500 billion.
So I think
It's massive. I mean, yeah, so we don't need to do a TAM analysis. We're present in steel, we're present in agri, food processing, we're present in textiles, we're present in polymers, chemicals, and energy segments. So, the TAM is massive.
And sir, how do you see AI playing role in this particular category or segment? Are there some initiatives and projects that you are also working on integrating AI?
Yeah, so a couple of things. So one is client acquisition. So you have to deal with a client sitting in Kerala or Delhi or Haryana on the same level, and only AI can facilitate that, right? Because the AI is able to communicate in different languages at the same time with the same intent, understanding what the client really is asking for. So
Right.
that's one. So that's why we introduced a lot of AI. The second area where we introduced a lot of AI is in manufacturing.
Okay.
So, in our manufacturing plants, we're trying to introduce processes and systems and automations where dependence on humans is much, much less.
Okay.
It's lesser. So we've introduced a lot of systems that use AI capabilities and machine learning capabilities to just enhance the process and make it faster and less human dependent.
So some example, मतलब थोड़ा audience को समझ में भी आएगा कि for manufacturing how this intervention is made.
Simple. So let's say we have a jeans manufacturing plant, right, down in the south. So if you check for defects, either you have a human checking for defects or you have a system checking for defects. Right. So if you have a system checking for defects, the system will be more diligent, more accurate.
Can we take the last question?
So would you like to give an example कि AI manufacturing में कैसे use होती है so that audience can also know about it?
Yeah. So AI manufacturing में ऐसे यूज होती है कि there are humans checking for let's say you're manufacturing a piece of cloth. There are humans checking for defects, right, in the end process. Now, humans checking for a defect or a machine checking for a defect, there's a world of difference.
Right.
Humans can make errors. Humans, अगर lunch hour आ रहा है तो they'll speed up the checking process and then they'll go for the lunch, or if there's an end of the shift. Machine will work 24/7. Machine is likely to make less errors. So, we are putting machines and systems to go and check for these defects, etc. And relay the information real time. Humans will not relay real time, right? So they need time, they need to enter into the computer for it to be displayed to the management. Here it's all automated. Here it's all smooth. So that's where AI comes into play.
So do you see then AI taking up jobs or creating jobs? जो market में भी question एक चल रहा है काफी trending.
So I think people will need to upskill themselves for sure.
Got it.
So AI will smoothen the process, and I believe that initial there'll be a little bit of job loss, but net whenever a new technology comes into play, it has always created jobs. When the internet came into play in and around the 90s, or computer wave came into play, initially there was a little bit of job loss, when the Munims were writing on registers and then suddenly everything was put into Excel sheets. But then people upskilled themselves and net more jobs were created. Right. So again, with this revolution, it's going to be the same thing.
I think sir, audience would also love to know कि आप अपने को कैसे upskill करते हैं. Do you read any books or do you read any articles? आप कितना time?
Yeah, I spend a lot of time on reading new stuff that people are doing, especially in the AI domain,
Right.
Via X or via YouTube, and keep upskilling myself using that.
Got it. So I'd like to move to personal side of things because I was seeing a reel कि Jain community is a small percentage of population in India, but if you look at academics, business, everywhere they are excelling. So how were your days when you were growing up? घर पे कैसा माहौल था? What शुरू से ऐसे ही था कि entrepreneur बनना है? Was it more into
नहीं,
job?
शुरू से ऐसा नहीं था, but my family, especially on my mother's side, had businesses. They had contracting businesses, so used to hear a lot कि ये steel आ रहा है, ये cement आ रहा है, ऐसे लगना चाहिए, उनको अभी पैसे देने चाहिए, पैसे गवर्नमेंट से डिले हो रहे हैं, एक्सेट्रा. सो you grow up with that particular mindset, so that sticks in your head a little bit. Apart from that, I think the Jain community is super efficient. Right? They know how to extract every penny from the business.
Right.
So I think that upbringing and then being very cost conscious and being very ROI driven, I think that has really helped.
And sir, how were your days at IIT? उस समय कौन आपके idols थे किनको आप follow करते थे?
उस टाइम आइडल्स एक्चुअली कम थे फॉलो करने के लिए. सो आई थिंक वी वर इन आवर ओन लिटिल cocoon and a shell. I think right now I envy the students who have a lot more exposure than we had, right? So I was there in IIT in the early 2000s. So 2003 to 8 I was there in IIT, but now the students have a lot more exposure. They
Right.
know about business a lot more. We didn't know about business as much.
Right.
Yeah, so we didn't know, what all is out there. We were in a little cocoon and a shell, I would say.
एंड यू सर टुक अ लीप ऑफ फेथ. आपकी एक अच्छी जॉब थी लंदन में, उसको छोड़ के यू केम इनटू स्टार्टअप वर्ल्ड. सो वो क्या मेंटल मॉडल था? कुछ कैलकुलेशंस आपने कर रखी थी कि इसके बाद ही कि बस लीप ऑफ फेथ?
Leap of faith था, gut feeling थी, backing your own ability, backing the ability of your co-founders that you're going to be working with, and that was
Was it difficult to make your parents or family understand कि I'm
yeah,
taking this?
definitely. Yeah, it was a little bit of a challenge, but they backed me.
Got it.
Yeah.
Sir, there are only couple of more questions left. So first is, how do you maintain work-life balance? Because I see you have a very hectic schedule. तो घर के लिए time निकालना, ऑफिस के लिए, how you do that?
निकल जाता है, when you love what you do, I think निकल जाता है. You take out time for your family as well as you balance out automatically. I think it's just that your brain goes into a steady state equilibrium that you really like and that your family is comfortable with. If it's not in equilibrium, then you'll be tense and you would want to come to an equilibrium state. So you automatically हो जाता है, I feel.
Right. Sir, I think when I talk with people who are working closely with me, one thing is कि यार जॉब में तो हम 9 to 5 रहते हैं, उसके बाद कोई दिक्कत नहीं होती. But as a founder, are you always on
24/7 24/7 clued in. You have to be. You can get a call at 2 o'clock in the night also, and then you have to be prepared to solve the issue there and there itself. So you have to be clued in to a large extent.
And I think
I have not taken a vacation for the past 6 years. So you have to, and I'm okay with it.
जी सर, आई थिंक जो टाइम इंडिपेंडेंस मिलता है, जो अपनी ऑटोनोमी मिलती है, उसके लिए कुछ तो आपको सेक्रीफाइसेस करने पड़ते
A
हैं.
lot of sacrifices that you need to do. Absolutely.
Sir, this brings me to my final question. What's in store for next 3 years, both on the off business front and personally what you are looking to learn in next 3 years?
I think on the off business front, we are very clear that we will continue to scale up more on the profitability side of things, and we aim to become, as I said, we want to become a barometer for India's manufacturing, right?
Right.
So they should look at us, and we should be providing the data of how India's manufacturing is moving ahead. So we want to be on that particular radar. On the personal front, I want to continue to upskill myself on how I can introduce efficiencies into a already large organization. So we are, if you include all the workers in the manufacturing and so on and so forth, we are over 15,000 people,
Right.
maybe even more.
That's
So that's a massive workforce to manage. So how do you introduce efficiencies in this large workforce? I think that's what is going to be important.
नहीं, आई थिंक सर जो आपकी स्टोरी से अच्छी चीज़ निकल के आ रही है कि आपने कंटिन्यूसली अप स्किलिंग के बारे में बात की. एंड आई थिंक
Yeah.
दैट इज समथिंग दैट एवरीबडी शुड बी फोकसिंग ऑन, क्योंकि आप कभी भी लेथार्जिक नहीं हो सकते बिकॉज थिंग्स आर चेंजिंग सो रैपिडली अराउंड अस. थैंक यू सो मच सर फॉर टेकिंग आउट टाइम. इट वॉज ग्रेट.
No, my pleasure. Yeah, thank you, Shashank, for having me on the podcast, and I really wish you and your audience all the best.
थैंक यू सर.
Thank you.
I hope you liked our conversation. Do let us know in the comment section हमें किस गेस्ट को नेक्स्ट बुलाना चाहिए. सब्सक्राइब कर लो चैनल को for more such content.